We've moved all the way into December. It's the 4th of December, and we are going to be playing Sheffield United in a couple of days' time. Also in this episode, we're going to have a very tough match up against Liverpool, but it is currently, that will be 6th versus 7th, Sheffield United, rooted to the bottom of the table with just one win. They'll probably have two by the end of this episode. In between episodes, we have been absolutely ridiculous, I think you'll find. We've won a lot of football games. We've conceded very little as well. Where did we finish the last episode? It wasn't all up here. Who did we play? I can't even remember. It was that one there, wasn't it? It was the Forest 3-2 win. So we lost against Newcastle. We beat Luton. We drew with Brentford. We beat Wolves. We beat Everton. We beat Spurs as well. And you can see there, we did not concede a goal for 5 matches, including 2, obviously, in the Europa Conference League. We then just played West Ham. We've lost 1-0. Not ideal. Come back onto this episode, but Sheffield United 20th place in the table, Liverpool are in 6th. Let's go forward to play the Sheffield United game. Just in case you were wondering, yeah, we've won our group already. We've won 5 out of 5. Right, we're not quite at the Sheffield United game. However, we have got a new intermediary suggestion, which is a piece of news that I haven't seen before, although it might have happened and I've just missed it. Leandro Trossard, of Arsenal, obviously, formerly of Brighton. They want to shift him on already. £34 million is a lot of money, though. Arguably, we don't need him either. He's a winger. I have been trying to shift on some players as well myself, with very little luck, to be honest. And I want to address this now. Connor Goldson, yes, it's probably not the best signing we've ever made, but if we just do a comparison with a certain Tyrone Mings, ignore that, they're similar. It's a very similar shape. Looking at this, attributes-wise, Tyrone Mings is a much better footballer, but still, just look at the shape. They're the same player. So for the Sheffield United game then at Bramall Lane, this is the starting 11 we're going to go for. We're sticking with the vertical tiki-taka because it's doing quite a good job for us. It's going to be Martinez in goal, Goldson, Carlos Torres and Luke Dean in defence, Tielemans, McGinn and Alcaraz in midfield. A lot of rotation going on there because we are playing Liverpool in about 3 days' time. And I don't really want to play my best players against Sheffield United and play my second string against Liverpool because of fitness. It's going to be Diaby, Bailey and Watkins leading the line. Watkins has scored 12 goals for us so far. Douglas Luiz has 10. I don't know how or why, but he's scoring loads of goals for fun. So is Kamara as well. Right, if we don't win this game, something is seriously going wrong. It is Sheffield United, obviously, away from home. They've got Cameron Archer, former Aston Villa man, up front, who is, I think, their only player to score goals, potentially, so far this season. They're not doing very well. We've got an early chance, a minute and a half on the clock. Luke Dean's going to be the man to take the free kick towards Alcaraz. It's actually not, it's towards Connor Goldson. Lovely football by Connor Goldson. Finds Diaby, and it's trickled in. I say trickled in, it is not trickled in, it's hit the post. Watkins was there to put the ball in the back of the net. We are going to get VAR. I don't know whether Watkins was offside. I guess that's what they're checking, right? Is Watkins? The goal's been awarded. It's fine. He wasn't offside. 1-0 after just under 2 minutes. Connor Goldson, instrumental in that goal as well. Robinson with a free kick for Sheffield United. 12 minutes now. Are we going to double our lead, or are Sheffield United possibly going to get a chance of their own? Jayden Bogle goes for a run-off towards the right-hand side corner flag. Keeps going. Plays it on the ground. Pau Torres easily controls that one. And then decides to possibly cross it for them anyway. Diaby on that right for us. He's got loads and loads of pace to burn and hopefully does so down our right-hand side now. 4 in the box. McGinn's one of them. Alcaraz is another. Goes for a long-range effort and Watkins is there to mop up once again. He's scored 2 goals that are basically tap-ins. Once again, we're going to get VAR. I mean, Alan Shearer would have scored 6 goals if VAR existed back in his day, surely. That's not true. Alan Shearer did score quite a lot of goals from not offside positions. Alcaraz off the bar, Watkins tucks it away. We've got a highlight straight after the goal as well, but then again, doesn't really matter, does it? Sheffield United, apologies to Sheffield United fans, you're not very good, are you? Bogle to John Egan, I'm not quite sure what one it is. Thomas, ball over the top towards Traore. Pau Torres heads down, but doesn't manage to get it past him. Traore with the ball on the right-hand side, crosses it in. Martinez punches it clear. Still alive, though. It's Cameron Archer. It's well over the bar. Goldson with a throw. Is he good at throws? I don't know. He's just the right back and that's why he's taken them. Tielemans to Watkins. Lovely run by Watkins. Alcaraz tries to find some space. Back to Torres. Tielemans again. Ball over the top. Leon Bailey controls it well. It's saved by Fotheringham. And Sheffield United are probably going to clear. Maybe not. Luke Dean's nicked this. Alcaraz. Go for goal, mate. Go for goal, Alcaraz. Charlie Alcaraz has his first goal in Villa colours. 3-0. We are not even 20 minutes in. I was expecting that to be saved off the post, and then Ollie Watkins gets another tap in. But nope, Alcaraz with a goal this time. Still not quite at half-time, about 10 minutes of normal time to play. McAtee, the Man City loanee, he is a loanee, isn't he? They've not signed him. Archer's going to go for it. Martinez comes out, punches it clear. I'm worried that might be an injury for Martinez. I'm seeing lots of reports. Cameron Archer's just scored his 3rd goal of the season. I'm seeing lots of reports of people saying goalkeepers get injured a lot. I haven't had any goalkeeper injuries just yet, but that looked questionable from Martinez. Tielemans with a free kick, still not quite at half-time. Towards Bailey, it's cleared. Alcaraz keeps this one alive. All of our players just standing still. Connor Goldson, the only man back for us. What are we doing there? If they've just got a little bit of pace over the top, Goldson's just going to get done completely. It is Torres with it. Left-hand side is Bailey if he wants to use him. Does use him. Alcaraz to Watkins on a hat-trick. Can he get his first half hat-trick? He can get his first half hat-trick. 15 goals so far this season, and we are barely into December. I do not know why, but whenever we record a match, stupid amounts of goals take place. Watkins was miles offside. I don't know why this is a highlight, because he was definitely offside. Fotheringham with the ball in his hands then. Former Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, I think. Did he used to play for Forest? I'm not quite sure. It's Hamer to Traore, right-hand side. Nope, okay, he's just gone himself. And Martinez pulls a bit of a television save, if I'm honest. Didn't really need to dive like that, but he has done. It's a corner for Sheffield United. Thomas is the man. Is he going to go front post? He's going to go towards the back post. Martinez comes out, easily claims that. That's because he's a World Cup winning goalkeeper. Half-time then, it is 4-1 against Sheffield United. That goal we conceded, it's kind of a little bit of a blemish on the match so far. I'm happy with the number of shots. Keep it up. Ollie Watkins obviously on a hat-trick. Alcaraz getting his first goal for Aston Villa as well. I guess we're going to need to keep an eye on fitness. Luka Dean and Diaby may be the first 2 players coming off. Torres also putting his name on the list as his condition drops down just a little bit. Right, second half has been pretty uneventful. So we're going to do Diaby for Zaniolo. Zaniolo, by the way, has returned from his injury, as you could probably tell. Alex Moreno is going to come on. Has he even played? He's played 3 games. Basically looking at anyone with fair condition. Anything above fair, which is, to be fair, 65 minutes into a Premier League game is quite ridiculous. I'm going to take Watkins off as well. John Duran is going to be coming on. John Duran is a player who apparently we signed in the summer, and we've just not really used him at all. He's just been sat in the under-21, so I've pushed him up to the first team. Maybe he can do something. Nothing's happened in the second half. Everything took place in the first half an hour or 40 minutes of the game, and then the next 50 minutes, very little has gone on. Thomas with a corner with 5 minutes left to play. It's cleared by Zaniolo. Robinson's going to collect this for Sheffield United. Are they going to get themselves possibly a consolation goal, a second consolation goal? It is Benny Traore with that second consolation goal, but we are 4-2 up. Conceding 2 goals against this Sheffield United side is disappointing, to say the least. We've got a free kick in a position. Tielemans has gone over to take it. Making a rare start, by the way, Yuri Tielemans, who did just throw his toys out of the pram because he doesn't start often. Torres is there. Torres almost makes it 5. It's gone off for a corner, which we're obviously going to see. We've still got 3 minutes to play. Tielemans once again going over, this time to take the corner from the right-hand side. It's towards Torres, heads over the bar. That's a goal kick, and that might be the end of the match. We're getting some goal line technology. Can't tell you whether that's in or not. Not a clue. Well, second half was kind of pointless, wasn't it? Nothing really happened apart from Sheffield United scored. John Duran came off the bench, got a 6.5. Maybe you won't do that again, mate. And just got an achievement there because of that hat-trick from Ollie Watkins. There's a lot of goals taking place. West Ham have just beaten Tottenham 8-1. 8-1's a ridiculous scoreline. And I should know. I support Saints. Before we go much further, I do want to take a look at some of the scorelines that have taken place, because some of them are insanely high. So there's a 6-0 Arsenal beating Burnley. Anything else ridiculous? 5-1 Arsenal against Everton. Everton winning 3-1 as well a couple of days beforehand. Anything ridiculous? 4-3 for Man United versus Newcastle. 5-0 Palace beating West Ham. Bear in mind that West Ham team just won 8-1. We've got a 4-0 Arsenal Sheffield United and a 5-0 Chelsea Burnley all in the same week, and a 3-0 Everton versus Spurs. Brighton putting 5 past West Ham, but also conceding twice. There's a 5-2. And there's a lot of goals. There's definitely a lot of goals. This is ridiculous. This is the old Boxing Day 1962 or whatever it is. 37 goals were scored on Saturday the 30th of September. And that was only with 8 matches, so there were still 2 more to go, which one of them would have been the Liverpool 3-0, and I guess the other one was the the Monday night, which is a 3-1. So, over that course of the match week, that's ridiculous. That is 44 goals scored in 10 matches. That's a lot of goals. Right then, match number 2, Liverpool at home. We've done a little bit of changing, obviously. We've kind of brought in a lot of our first team players once again. I've just realised I've got John McGinn playing. Shouldn't be John McGinn, should be Alcaraz. There we go. So it's going to be Martinez, Goldson, Lenglet, Carlos and Luke Dean. We dropped Pau Torres because he's not quite there. He's very close, but he's not quite there, so Lenglet is going to get a rare start for him. Douglas Luiz, Kamara and Alcaraz in midfield. Diaby, Zaniolo and Watkins will be our front options for this one. We are getting some of our injured players back. Obviously, I mentioned earlier we had Zaniolo has returned. Mings, still a long way off, 4 to 5 months. Matty Cash, by the way, he's out for 5 weeks to 2 more months because of a hamstring injury that he picked up playing for Poland in an 8-1 win against Moldova, just adding more fuel to the fire there, that lots of goals get scored at the moment. And Buendia still 4 to 5 months away as well. I think we're not going to see Mings or Buendia this season, which kind of sucks. Not for Connor Goldson, however, because he's clearly better than Tyrone Mings. I don't know why I've decided to do this narrative that I prefer Connor Goldson over Tyrone Mings. It's not true. I prefer Tyrone Mings, but Connor Goldson's a player that I've signed, and Tyrone Mings is injured, okay? Right, this is not obviously going to be an easy game. Liverpool are, I think, 6th in the table. We are 7th in the table. It is Luca Dean's injury. Magical. Potential knee injury, so that's probably a long one. Right, Alex Moreno's coming on after just 7 minutes. Much like the second half against Sheffield United, very, very little is going on so far. Liverpool have yet to have a shot. We've had 2. Douglas Luiz with a free kick towards Lenglet, and Lenglet heads just over Alisson's bar. Still 0-0, but first chance goes our way. At the moment, Liverpool are doing nothing. Martinez with the ball, 26th minute. Carlos with it. Plays it on the ground to Alex Moreno. Kamara, ball forward to Watkins. Diaby's got some pace to burn and does so. Goes towards goal. Alisson with a very good save. We win a corner. We're going to have surely Lenglet, Carlos and Goldson in the middle for this one. 3 big lads to stick it on their head. Douglas Luiz takes the corner. It is cleared. Luiz is going to collect it once again though. Highlight just stops. We could have got something from that, surely. Literally, I was saying not long ago that we seem to get lots and lots of goals, and this is 0-0 at the moment. Carlos goes for goal, heads just over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. We are looking ridiculously good against Liverpool. We just need to find that one goal. They're very tired. I've just realised their condition is horrendous compared to ours because they didn't rotate and we did. They've also had a shot, apparently, right at the end, which is a 0.06 XG, which means it was pretty useless. Are they going to do a whole range of changes to try and get some more fit players on the pitch? Because that could be a good thing for us in a way because they're going to play their second string players. Obviously, we've got a highlight going on. Konate with the ball to Trent on towards that right-hand side for Salah. Intercepted by Alex Moreno. Zaniolo finds Kamara. Ball forward to Diaby. Ball over the top. Watkins, I think he was onside. He has to tuck this away. Ollie Watkins does tuck this away. 16 goals for the season. We're going to get VAR, but I think he was onside. It's disallowed. It doesn't matter what I think. He wasn't onside. I'm sure he was onside. How far offside was he? He's offside. Fair enough. If we don't win this game at this point with those match stats, I am going to be very disappointed because we have been clearly the better team. And to be honest, it's all down to my management. It's down to my management making sure that we've got fit players playing, and Liverpool have decided to not do that. Zaniolo takes the free kick. Carlos is the back post. Heads over the bar, 63 minutes on the clock. I think we want to do some changes as well. I want to take off Diaby because he's tired, but maybe we don't. We're going to do Jacob Leon Bailey coming on because he's fast, isn't he? I don't know. Is Jacob Ramsey fast? He's probably pretty quick. He's faster than me. Lenglet's going to come off as well for Torres, even though Lenglet's fine. He's just looking nervous and not playing particularly well. Alcaraz as well for Ramsey. He can play in the middle, sure. We have literally stopped Liverpool playing football at this point. They've got a Mo Salah who's literally falling asleep on the pitch at this point on a 6.4 rating, and we're going to draw 0-0, aren't we? Connor Goldson with a throw, final 10 minutes. Torres the sub. Is he going to go long? Finds Ramsey in the middle. Back to Carlos. We just need one goal. That's all we need is one goal. Ramsey to Moreno on that left. Space to run into. Bailey's there as well. What were you expecting to happen there, Leon? What were you thinking was going to go on? Alisson with it for Liverpool then. Ball forward to Endo. Now Harvey Elliott. Jota on the left-hand side. Back to this man's name. Not going to try and pronounce it. It's not going to happen, is it? Keeps going down the line. Finds Jota. They've got 2 in the box. Harvey Elliott's there making up some numbers. Finds Jota once again. Kamara's tripped and we're going to lose 1-0 to a penalty. And we've lost. We're going to lose, aren't we? Penalty review, and it is awarded Martinez. If we ever need somebody now to save a penalty, it is you. I mean, admittedly, you've probably saved bigger penalties in your life. But this one's good. This one's big for us. Salah steps up. Martinez has done it. Get the World Cup trophy out. Pretend it's your Wang. Szoboszlai goes over to take the corner. Is it going to be another chance for Liverpool, or are we going to get this clear counter-attack possibly? Cross comes in. Endo's going to try and get there. Doesn't manage it. Moreno's pushed over Gakpo, and that's going to be a yellow card, I assume. No, he's just been told to calm it down. Bailey with a corner for us. Final minute and a half. Get the ball in the back of the net. What? How? How have we not scored? Watkins, keep this one alive. Torres, he's lost out. No. End the highlight. Just end the highlight now. End the highlight now. Please keep the highlight going. Moreno's got to end it now. How have we not scored in this game? How have we not scored in this game? A 0-0 draw, and we should have won. A penalty save from Martinez. We hit the post in the 90th minute. Oh, that was frustrating. That is a frustrating result. On paper, if you said you draw 0-0 with Liverpool, I would have taken that before the match. From that performance, we deserved to win that. I don't know what to say here. I'm going to say I sympathise. It was one of those days. We had the chances, we just did not take them. And annoyingly, Liverpool move up because of that, and we stay exactly where we are, 27 points on the board, 7th place, 16 games played, so almost at the halfway point. Luka Dean's out for 5 to 6 weeks, not really what we want. Pau Torres is going to pay £600,000 to Villarreal soon. That's fair enough, he's good at football. Before we end this episode, however, we're going to go forward a few more days because there might be some transfer business going on. I'll give you a hint. It's something on this screen, and it's not what you're thinking. Right, we're not going to go and wait for this transfer to take place because it's going to take until the 25th of December for him to get a work permit to leave to go to Newcastle. And we are looking at our staff because Pablo Villa is the man. He's heading off to Newcastle. They have sacked Eddie Howe apparently in October, maybe early November, and they've appointed Julian Nagelsmann. They want Pablo Villa as their assistant manager, so he's off. We're actually going to get 1.5 million, 1.3 million pounds for it. They're also stealing Victor Mañas as well, a 58-year-old Spanish performance analyst. He is off, and we're going to get £800,000 for that one. So we're actually picking up £2 million for losing some of our staff, but it does mean we need to do some replacing, which I'm going to try and do in between episodes. Next episode, speaking of, we're going to go all the way to the end of January. So we're actually going to have Brentford and Luton in the next episode. We've obviously got a January transfer window as well, just for your information. We've got no budget, so if we're going to have to buy somebody, somebody's going to have to leave first, which might happen. There's a few players that I want to get rid of.